No unnecessary noise. Bing bong. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another self-aware narcissist live chat. Lee Hammock Mental Healness here. Just waiting on Mr. Ben Taylor. He's be joining us shortly, y'all. So I'm running a few seconds behind y'all. I hope y'all having a fantastic day. If you're new here, this is your first live. If you're watching the replay, I am a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and to help validate victims, survivors, and thrivers of said disorder. Okay, Chantel Mo, what's going on? How you doing? What is up? 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 Can you ask a question? Yeah, you can ask a question. Just be wary. The questions will be on the screen like this right here. So be wary. You don't want your question on the screen, just put before. Don't put on screen something. Put something first, because we do post these. We do post these. Hey Lisa, what's going on? I have a question too. Just drop it. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Cold World, what's going on? How you doing? What up? What up? What up? Shoot your questions. This is the Q&A. This is the Q&A. That's what we do here. Hello. What's going on, beautiful people? Today been a tiring day. I'm tired. Chris Cassie, what's going on? How you doing? I am tired, y'all. It's one of them days. Get my energy up. Do the Tony Robbins stuff. Like, bring the energy to your body. Grab it out the air and bring it to your body. All right. First questions. Here we go. How do I handle the gaslighting? Last time I called him out, I got hit. I get hit every time. Emily, I'm going to go ahead and tell you to handle the gaslighting and the hitting by calling the goddamn police. Stop playing with that man. You got that? No. I ain't worried about the gaslighting. I'm worried about the physical shit. The gaslighting stuff, don't argue the truth. The physical shit, don't do that. Not here. Because I'll tell you this, Emily. If they put their hands on you, they'll send you to meet God. You want to go meet God face to face? I think it might be before your time. Keep playing with that fucking man. I'm going to let you know. Don't. All right. I threatened to expose the narc. Will he stop with his immature stalking? Maybe, maybe not. I just feel like narcissistic people don't respond well to threats. Typically, they try to push your buttons to test to see if you're going to do it. So protect yourself. Is it possible to act exactly like a narcissist and not be a narcissist? Like act exactly how? Like are the patterns continuous over a few years? Then might have a little new chat. Jazzy mom. Oh, what's going on, Francis? How you doing? I'm screaming free Francis till it's backwards. Screaming free Francis till it's backwards. Megan, what's going on? How you doing? It's hump day. Yeah, I work every single day. I work every day. Chris Cassie, not that much. Not that much. Ben, he's hopping out. I sent him the thing. I'm just waiting on him to hit back. You can see it in my eyes. What about now? Can you see it in my eyes now? I'm back. And just like that, I'm back. 6 years. 6 years with a narcissist. Yep. Yeah, this is my channel, but like me and Ben go live. We go live on Wednesday. You know that, baby. You already know that. I know you playing. I think you're playing. How do you stop them from always trying to trip you up? Document everything. Document, record stuff. But if you get to the point where you have to document and record everything, it might be time for you to skedaddle. You mean skedaddle do. You know what I mean? How can I get a one-on-one with you? I do one-on-ones on Zoom. There's a link in every description of every video I post. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know, the self-love brand has released as well, y'all. The self-love brand is here and is released. Next meet and greet is in November in Toronto, Canada, y'all. That's the next one. I think Ben is here, y'all. I'll hop on there. What's going on, man? He's here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my mic was
Okay,
on.
can't hear. Okay, what's going on, y'all? Ben is here. We just had somebody ask about you. They're like, "Where's Ben?" He's in. Yeah.
I made it.
Kalamazoo.
I'm here. Running a little late tonight, but we're good to go.
Yeah, there you go. We all good. Kalamazoo, thanks you for supporting me. But I'm a North Carolina girl. I'm a North Carolina boy. Man, I'm a North Carolina man now. I'm a man. I'm a man now. I'm grown up. Brittany, what's going on? How you doing? George said, "Thanks for answering my question. I cussed him out and left." Oh, Jesus. Oof. 2 years with one. What's going on? What's the question? Okay, so he is a narcissist and a psychopath. I'm in a domestic violence counseling now. Are you still with this person? I don't. Is this still going on? I mean, I feel like. Hey, Brittany. Make sure you see that, Brittany. They said hey in the comments. Hello from Toronto. We'll be in Toronto.
19th.
Oh wow, yeah, it's kind of think it's creeping up. It's creeping up. It is creeping up. How do you stay optimistic? All I find is narcissists, so I prefer being single at this point. Are you just finding narcissists, or are you just picking narcissists? I feel like not everybody's a narcissist. I feel like there's some things going on in here and in here, make you pick the narcissist because like some people, a lot of people have you don't have just choice of one person. You're just like you. It's like duck. It's like you playing duck goose, except you do an empath narcissist like empath, narcissism. They chase you around and they love bomb you. So you gotta stop picking the narcissist. Why do I keep believing him when all he's done is lie? I think Ben likes questions like this right here.
The hope and the potential, right? The hope and potential that keeps you stuck. I mean, a lot of that goes back to like the trauma bond and the idea of like maybe he's going to change, or maybe it's going to be different, or maybe something's going to happen. And people work a lot harder for a maybe than they will for a reality. And so a lot of times you keep believing the possibility, giant future fake, but not the actions.
What about New York? We'll be in New York sometime next year. That's one of our main cities. We were talking about that a while ago. New York, California. We'll be bouncing around next year, y'all. So, and they're going to get bigger and more exclusive. So, be prepared.
Especially those workshops, right?
Oh yeah, the workshop's coming too. Megan's in the workshop. Megan been to the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make it to Montana. What's in Montana? I just feel like
Montana.
I just feel like Montana's mostly land with one narcissist there in the middle. And then one narcissist spread out.
Shift them all out to Montana.
Divorce final today for my narcissist. 18 years. You had a whole raised a whole child with your relationship. That's 18 years. Your relationship is an adult now. Your relationship can go out and get his license and drive now. Can join the army. Question: will the ex likely give up on trying to see our 12-year-old daughter since currently he's not allowed to have contact with her per the therapist? He has a new supply with 3 kids. Will he give up? Maybe not. It just kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends if the new supply with kids is more important to him than he is like regular kids in one sense. Then he'll focus on that.
Mindy, I'm a Raleigh, North Carolina girl. That's where we at now. Raleigh dorm. You two are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
What happens when a narcissist is left on their own and is unable to leave the house? All right. The wife
mask like slowly just like melts off,
It's scary, y'all. You be in the house by yourself and your wife and kids are gone, or your husband and kids are gone. Like it can get scary in there by yourself. Yeah, I think there's a lot of fear that goes on because you have to face yourself. You know, I think I was telling my therapist that I was like, I don't ever feel like I'm alone. I'm like, she's like, why? I like, even if even if I'm in the house by myself, I don't feel like I'm by myself. I don't feel like I'm alone. She's like, why don't you feel like you're alone? I'm like, because like I'm there with you. And she understood what I was saying. She's like, because like I look at myself as that's a separate entity, like the narcissistic side and the regular Lee side. So I don't feel like I'm ever alone.
Do you ever feel alone when you're with people though?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's like a double-edged sword though. Like it's like never alone, but sometimes when you're around people, you're still like alone. Even like it's weird.
That's how I used to describe it back in the day. I used to tell people I just like being a big crowd, and I still feel like I was by myself. Well, can a narcissist cause you to have PTSD? I want to say yes. I think so.
Yeah. CPTSD is what it typically is. So complex. So just basically means it's the same thing as PTSD. It's just you're constantly exposed to it versus being like one event.
I'm depleted. You time to refill the tank. Y'all be letting them drain y'all. Yeah. Even with recordings and print screens. That's a new one. Them still denying it. Yeah, they will. Look, y'all, I'm just telling you, you can have as much proof as you want to. Literally as much proof as you want to, stapled and collated, you know what I mean, laminated, signed, sealed, delivered to them like with a notary public. They saw them do it, and they still deny it. It's just like that. The proof in recordings is for you. It's not for them, y'all. That doesn't matter. That stuff is for you, not for them. Montreal. I don't know the dynamics or the locale or the geography of Canada. I just know, like, I think Toronto's on the east and Vancouver's on the west. So that's all I know, y'all. Sorry, I'm Toronto ignorant. Sorry, y'all. I'm learning. Pittsburgh, Jazzy, let's go. So 6 years with a narcissist, currently divorcing and dealing with domestic violence issues as well. Are y'all still in the same house? Because I feel like the closer y'all get to a final divorce, if y'all living in the same house and there's already domestic violence issues, he might take you out of here. Be real with you. You might want to find us, if possible, and of course, use discretion to be discreet with it. But he might send you to meet your maker. I'm not trying to scare you. I just want to be realistic with you, because the closer they get to their divorce date, you gotta the more they tend to escalate, because they might not think it's gonna go through. So you're like, I'm actually moving out. You're like, no, you're not, and then they jump on you. So be careful, please. Be careful, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
California, we'll be out there soon. Yo, the bigger these things get, like so Austin, Texas is we've been in Austin in 2 days.
I know.
Then you go tomorrow. Aren't you going tomorrow? You flying out tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah, I fly tomorrow night. Yeah. So I'll be getting in late Thursday night.
Austin, Texas, y'all. We'll be in Austin, Texas. I still got the Virginia Beach meetup.
Right now we've got. I was just pulling it up because I knew you were gonna ask me sometimes. So I was pulling up. We got one spot left on the private Q&A, and we've got 180 people signed up for the meet and greet.
Oh,
so we got 20 slots left for that. Yeah.
Wow, y'all. This is I'm just like, y'all see. That's, to me, that's incredible. I just cannot believe. We talked about that the other day with me. It was like, Texas is going to be huge. Like, if we did VA Beach, we did North Carolina, they just started growing, and just like Texas is just like, damn, what? Wow, Austin, Texas, so excited, and the anxiety is setting in. There you go.
Yes, it's just the meet and greets are bigger. It's bigger in Texas, right?
Yeah. All my nexus live in Texas. I gotta put that on a shirt. I gotta get the lady maybe a shirt that says all my nexus live in Texas.
All right.
Second day of knowing him, he asked me to move in with him. So I'm going. I feel like I got to be the elephant in the room. Did you? did you move in with him the second day of knowing him?
Yeah.
Did you do it? Did you pack your shit up and move there with? I need to know. I really need to know. It seems they are everywhere. Yeah, they are. It can be. Is Vicky? I seen Vicky's name pop up. Is Vicky in here somewhere? What's on, Vicky? If you're in here, hey. Also, he speaks so highly of his ex. So, I was gonna say the same thing. Just for me, if they're speaking, not all narcissistic people, toxic people will bash their exes. Some of them will absolutely lavish praise on them. My ex was the best ex that ever exed. You know, she was amazing. She did this, she did that. And if you like me, guess what? You might become jealous of the ex, and you might try to work harder to keep me. You might try to go above and beyond the call of duty just to make me happy because that's what you think. You know, it can be manipulation, y'all. So just kind of be careful with that. Positive vibes. Thank you for the donation. Positive vibes. Appreciate you. Hey, Lee, how are you? Do you feel Do you feel as you became a self-aware narc that your wife became a self-aware of some of the abuse? I think she's already aware of it. Honestly, I think she was more aware of things that were going on than I was. I was just kind of, I knew what was going on, but I didn't have there wasn't a name to it. She's the one who brought up the word narcissist to me. I didn't know when I hear narcissists growing up, it's just kind of like cocky, conceited people who are full of themselves because they looked a certain type of way. So that's what I thought it was anyway. Even when she said it in anger towards me one night, I was like, oh, I can't. First of all, joke. She called me a narcissist. I can't help how I look. You're a narcissist. I threw it back at her, and then of course she left, and then that's when I looked it up and stuff like that. So I think she was more aware of everything that was going on already. But I think the more along this self-awareness journey now, the more it grows and the more we come together. I also think like things are, we talk about old stuff. And it's kind of like we're healing the old wounds sometimes. We bring up old stuff sometimes too that we probably never got to talk about. That just comes up in passing sometimes. You know what I mean? We're doing that as well. Well, thank you though. A St. Louis. I have horrible CPTSD. Oh, that's tough, girl. Why is one woman never enough?
And for a narcissist, nothing is enough.
Yeah. Nothing you ever do will be enough for a narcissist. No one singular person. It just is, and it's not you. It's just it's the narcissist. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I've said that the void they have is they're trying to use people to fill a God-sized hole. Like they're not going to be able to find something that fits.
No, I'm joking. Thank you. So you did move in. And I was waiting for you to say so. She said, "Oh, so you did move in 2 days, girl? What are you doing? 2 days? You did? No,
Oh God,
no. I'm not picking on it. I'm just trying to see what was. So what did he say that was so convincing? They were just like 2 days into knowing him, he's just like, you know what we should do? Just live with me. Just like what did he say? So seriously. Come back to the East Coast. We're on the East Coast now.
No,
we haven't left. we haven't left. Oh, you did. Oh, so then she moved back out. So you were kind of in and out. Did you like, dang girl, you bring an overnight bag? Damn girl. 2 days. Vicky, there she go. What's going on, Vicky?
What's up?
Flying Monkey purposely violated his probation to get arrested to call me. What? Are you? Flying Monkey purposely violated. Oh, so somebody on his side. Scott Jackson, what's going on, girl? Somebody on his side of the dynamic violated his probation to get arrested to call me. That's crazy. That's insanity.
That is wild. Yeah.
The best ex that ever exed. Mine gets so mad when he wants to cry and walks away. He never hugged me. He walks away. You want an angry hug? You say he gets so mad and he wants to cry when he wants to cry. Oh, but you just kind of see the emotional blockage right there. It's just like that person.
It doesn't really happen.
He has trouble expressing those emotions, so he just walks away. What is that? So you think I should move? Oh, so you went back. So you moved there, moved back out, and went back. Do you think you should move out? I just feel like you asking these questions. I feel like if you have somewhere to go, I just feel like that might help you survive. I don't know that. I just feel like the back and forth stuff. The more times you do the back and forth stuff, the more toxic the relationship dynamic becomes, and the harder it is for you to get out of it. Honestly, I just feel like
feeding them. Yeah.
What?
The more you're feeding them.
Yeah. You can get out now, or you can keep doing this and be 3 years down the road, and you should know you should have left in October 2022. You be like, damn, I should have left 3 years ago. And that right there is a hurt. Right there be that be dragging people to the depths right there. People be so mad at themselves for letting that shit go on for so long. I'm just telling you.
It's like you leave and go get more gasoline, then come back and dump it on the fire, and you're like, oh, it got hotter. Crazy. I didn't realize I'd get burned if that happened.
Way too close to the fire. Ali, I'm a big fan of your videos. Hope you're doing well. I'm blessed. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Why does my narc want so much of my attention, but we're breaking up and I'm moving out? I feel like you kind of answered your question when you I feel like you kind of answered yourself because you're breaking up and moving out. He don't want you. He don't want you to go nowhere. I don't think he wants you to leave. You know, I just feel
It's
like,
always amazing how much the narcissist will change at the last moment.
yep. Tell
Change.
me what I need to do to change. You know, and Ben says, like, if you give them a list, a checklist, they'll just check the boxes. Okay, I did this. I did this. I did this. Unpack your bags. You're supposed to stay here.
Mhm.
You know.
I'll be like, you shouldn't complain that I'm abusing you. I did everything you asked.
Well. Love bombing, healthy and unhealthy differences. I don't know. Is there a healthy love bombing?
I can't think of a healthy reason to shower love on someone for the reason of controlling them and getting them to do what you want them to do.
Well, I just feel like I always ask people with the love bombing, like when you get in love bombed or whatever. I think so. Most people they ask a different form of this question. Is like, how do you know is it love bombing or is it real authentic love or
Right.
whatever? That's typically what people ask in these circumstances. And I always just tell people like one question you can ask yourself: is this sustainable? You know what I mean? Is it really truly sustainable with this person? Like all this stuff going on at once. Do you see this person being able to hold this up for the next 1 year, 2 year, 1 month? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Is it overkill? You know what I mean? So just ask yourself, is it sustainable? I feel like that's step one right there to help you out. Kylie's mom, what's going on? How you doing? Kanye started his own church. Megan, what's up? Is that the God complex and narcissism? So, is that the church? I think I seen a video of him having some kids saying Donda. They just kept saying his mom's name. Kanye got some stuff going on. I'm gonna keep making videos about Kanye too, because people get triggered by these Kanye videos. I posted a Kanye video yesterday, man.
Mhm.
People in the comment section like, you see, Lee, you left this liberal bastard. He's just like this. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you left? Like, what are y'all talking? I digress though, y'all. Just like,
That's
they were killing
crazy.
me. They were killing me. They were killing me in the conversation. I was laughing at some of them. It was just funny. It's like, see, you lost me when you said conservative. I was like, what? He said conservative. He said it. But I digress, y'all. People just, I try to do mental health videos. They turn into political drivel in the comment section, which is, are they materialistic? Some of them are. All right.
No, I wouldn't say all of it. Yeah.
I mean, like it depends on what type of narcissistic person you are, because I don't care about like materialistic things. I like kind of looking, normal, average type stuff, like normal dress and like this right here from Amazon. I'll have this on all day, to be chilling, because I feel like I like genuine, authentic people who don't, base their, relationship with you on material things.
Mhm.
That's how I feel like I can suss people out, like how somebody treats you when they think you're broke or you don't have anything. That's that's the core of who that person really is. You mean if they treat you like you're worthless because they don't think you have money, that's who that person really is. So that's how I suss people out. I ain't rich, but I don't have zero either. But some of them, one of my good friends, he is super materialistic. He's just like, you got to have the Teslas and Jaguars and Maseratis. He got to have everything.
Mhm.
Gucci shoes with the tongue on them, belts, Louis shirt, fucking big ass Prada spectacles. He got to have everything. I'm just telling you, some of them are,
Mhm.
You just couldn't let me have my own little league, could you, Kylie?
What's up?
Just couldn't let me feel special, could you? Let me block her real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. How did you reach that self-awareness level? Were you 100% able to self-reflect? I'm gonna let Ben hop on this one first. I'm gonna go through. I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'd say it's not really an aspect of like all of a sudden a switch flipping and all of a sudden we can 100% reflect. I think it's opening up the door to reflect and to actually think about like the stuff that's happened and the stuff we've done and the stuff that's inside. That's the stuff that's like really hard to be able to get to. And I would say like there's bits and pieces opening, daily and weekly as we work on ourselves and as we go to therapy.
Yep. I just feel like you learn more. I don't
Mhm.
think it's. I think you learn more because like we've had conversations. I've had conversations with Ben before. Like, the night before, I have like a self-discovery moment because it's still stuff that's kind of coming back to you. The kind of coming back to me right now that kind of gets brought up. I'm just like, wait, what the hell? Like, how did that happen? I'm like, that happened? Damn. It's just it's kind of wild, y'all. It's a journey. It really is. I'm not 100% able to self-reflect. Nah. Not 100%.
Right. And I think even like victims like coming through and like other people just in general, they can't just automatically like self-reflect or 100% self-reflect. Like it takes time, and especially if you haven't trained to do it, like most people don't even know what to do.
I called my ex a narcissist during a fight, and he said, "Ooh, using big words." Let me just say this: like, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your ex, but if narcissist is a big word to him, he blocked me and hasn't hoovered. Is he not a narcissist? So, actually, when is my video coming out? Is it today? I have a video coming out about this. I haven't. It has. I don't have a set date for it. But not all narcissists hoover, y'all. And I go over this exact same statement right there. When you're in the world of narcissistic abuse or toxic abuse or whatever, anonymously, when you're in this world right here, and you don't get hoovered, you automatically start to assume that you're not dealing with a narcissist. But like, I wouldn't hoover you. Not now, not no more. I'm not hoover now. No, you're gonna hoover yourself because I'm gonna leave you alone. And then Claudia be like, well, he has to hoover me, so he must not be a narcissist. Then you reach out to me, and guess what? You hoover yourself. Reverse hoover. Uno
Right.
reverse. Gotcha. You hoovered yourself, but I'm still a narcissist. Yeah. Be wary. He's the new level of stupidity. Yeah, that's stupid. Getting yourself a rest. That's silliness. I watch your videos when I need a slap in the face of reality. The way you be yelling at the end. I be wild on YouTube, y'all. I swear I do. Like y'all see my TikToks and my Instagram. Y'all be like, Lee is just so calm. I be on the YouTube. I be getting like frustrated. I'm like, woo. I'm like, I call it a rant. I call it a rant bubble. I'm like, I feel a rant bubble coming on. I just start talking shit. Right. I be real with it. I had to get. Sometimes you got to get real with it, man. Because people just like. Sometimes y'all need that slap of reality. It's just like, you know what I mean. I'll tell you about this one I did earlier. I ain't gonna blast that. Just got a new job working for a chiropractic doctor. Think he's a narc. Oh, be careful, be wary. Narc bosses are a special breed right here.
Right.
I mean, if you're okay being cheated on and abused, yes, staying is a great choice. I mean, I know there's sarcasm, but typically that's how it goes, though, right there. Yo. That's the dynamic of most narcissistic relationships. If they start cheating on you and abusing you, and you keep going back, if they're not going to working on themselves and getting any kind of help, then yeah, this is your future. And are some people okay with their future? Yeah, some people are okay. I'll be wrong, but some people are okay with it. It's just like, I know there's the trauma bond and all this other stuff, but sooner or later you got to get to the point where it's just like you can't blame the narcissist for what they're doing anymore. Like, you know what they're doing. They've done it 15 times. Right. What are you telling yourself to make you stay here? Yeah, it's not funny. Not go back. Yeah, don't go back in that thing. I mean, but yeah, 2 years, no contact. You guys have been such a great. There you go. I saw some other no contacts right here. 9 months. Awesome. Shout out to you.
Nice. 9 months.
And then 10 months.
10 months. Yeah. Nicole, that's awesome. I'm proud of you.
You were defeated, Kylie. You gotta keep up. But that's crazy. It's one of the things you can't catch up on unless the other person falters. Unless you breaks no contact. When you love bomb yourself, that's it. Y'all saying Rio? Love bombing yourself. That's interesting one. I got to think about that, right, Francis? But he's the one pushing me to move out. Oh, so this is one that said he kind of love bombing her when she was trying to move out and stuff like that. But
because he wants you to move out, he just doesn't want to be responsible for it. I did a video just the other day, like a couple days ago on TikTok, and it like blew up really quick because the narcissist wants you to leave the relationship. They just don't want to have the responsibility that they're the reason why you left the relationship.
Push you away. This one of your most popular videos, ain't it? 2 times around. The narcissist wants you to leave.
Yeah, on YouTube, I think it's still like one of my highest videos on YouTube is the narcissist wants you to leave. You're that or the narcissist at the end of the relationship.
Mine moved out, got his own apartment, filed for divorce, then came to me and said that's not what he wanted. Actions, are you going to pay attention to the actions or listen to the words? Right. If you listen to his words, then buckle up. You're about to be in for a wild ride. I did a one-on-one with a woman the other day. She said the narcissistic dude that she was with was treating her horribly, and he blamed her because she moved to like Sweden or somewhere. She left like she was in Texas, moved to like Sweden. He was like, I can't believe you, because she moved out while he was gone. She didn't just move down the street. She left the country. He's like, you should have just say a real woman, a real wife would have just took the abuse and stayed through it, and then gave me a chance to correct it. And then if I couldn't fix it, then she would have left. You didn't even give me the opportunity to stop abusing you. I was like, what the hell? He said they put it in writing. You didn't give me the opportunity to stop abusing you. Yikes.
So what about all the years we've been together? Narcissist always says that they've never had a chance and they want to stay together while they work on it, but they haven't ever worked on it.
Is it true that malignant narcissists are more dangerous than covert narcissists? Can you be? I don't know. I think, can you be a covert? I don't know that. So right there, I would say there's an equal level of danger there, just depending on the person you're dealing with. Honestly,
Right.
It's like I told you, one of my good friends, he's a malignant narcissist. He's like, I'm just telling y'all, he's super malignant, but I love him. He's just like I feel like me and him have the same goals. We just go about getting it in different ways. He's loud, boisterous out there. He wants you to see him coming. I'm just quiet, kind of in the background. I'm going to get there. I just pop up there with him. It's like, how you get up here? Like, we had the same goal. We just went about it different ways. You were loud and screaming while everybody's looking at you. I just snuck in the back. So hold on. Goodness gracious, y'all. Goose Friday. Yeah, I'll be doing that from you see Anger Management, Ben. You see the movie Anger Management with Jack Nicholson? They're like Goose Friday. I'll be doing that in my videos because I'll be getting so mad. I had to calm myself down.
It's like some giant comments coming in.
I see them. So Ben, did your wife file for a divorce?
She didn't file, but she met with a lawyer and had moved out.
Same here.
Yeah,
sneaky.
I remember just seeing like the folder like in her car.
My narc wants me to move out, so why does he want my attention now? I feel like Ben just hopped on that. Then you just hop on that one too.
Yeah, she's been asking some of the same question. I think that question is not your actual question based on all the other questions you have. Like, I think there's something else there of like what's actually going on in your mind, because there's almost like the idea of like that you want to stay, because at the end of the day, like whether it's the trauma bond, whereas the hope of the potential, there's something else going on there than just like, okay, he wants me to move out and he wants my attention. Like, I think there's something under the surface that we're not actually talking about, if you know what I mean. So like, I think there's an aspect like he's gonna want you to move out because he wants to have his cake and eat it too. Like a lot of times they want you to move out so they can do whatever they want, but still have maybe the emotional attention or the physical support or something like that. But the real question is like, what's going through your mind when he's going through this? Because otherwise the back and forth is going to put you in such a state that you won't move anywhere.
Yep. Why do narcs get married? Some of them get married because they love. I got married out of love, guys. Honestly, no. But seriously, I just remember just growing up wanting to be married because I feel like it would help you fit in, just help me fit into society. Honestly, not that I don't love my wife.
Be more normal.
Yeah, it's just like normal. Like normal people have wives and husbands and kids and stuff like that. Normal people will go to school and do all this other stuff. It helps you just fit in to society. For me, that's why I wanted to be married. You know what I mean? Not why I'm currently married, because I kind of grew up and grew out of that. That used to be I used to be reading Cosmo magazine in the bathroom for an hour, trying to figure out how to be a human. Oh, Cosmopolitan magazine. The celebrities, they're just like us. Really, the response was fire, too flaming hot. A lot of victims of borderlines. A lot. I'll say some. I had a borderline, and I was a victim. I'm sure. She was a little rough one. She was a tough cookie, though. I'll just be real with you. You're watching this. Her last name is in here. I seen her last name. I thought it was her. Like, it wasn't her though. I thought you was watching me. Keep sharing awareness. I wish I had this 23 years ago.
Yeah.
There's a whole new generation of people are waking up to narcissism, but that generation is around our age. I'm 37. A little bit older. They just seeing it right now. It's put into the forefront because society, social media and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Hold on.
I found out someone was a narcissist because I start sitting in your videos. I noticed they wouldn't watch them, and then I noticed that they would take the tips, but then they would say, "Is this video about me?"
Will you do that intentionally? You had the volume up watching narcissist videos around them?
Like his volume is like turned all the way up to maybe see if they get aware by osmosis through hearing my video today.
I had somebody tag me one time in the video where they went through their narcissistic person's phone and started liking our videos and hoping that they would put them on their For You page. I was like, what? I was like, I wish I'd still had that. Which is like,
that's hilarious.
I got my boyfriend's phone and I went on TikTok and I just started liking all mental illness and raw motivation videos. So hopefully they'll come across the For You page. I liked them and then I unliked them. So here's prayers for me, guys. I was like,
I don't think it works that way.
You're just wait. Just thinking. Oh my goodness. Everything they do is for their image. Yeah, I would say reputation. I mean, it's part of it. That's definitely part of it.
Right.
I thought you were trying to send an image. I don't know if you can do
it at first when I saw that. I was like, it didn't send.
You cannot send a picture here. So if y'all look across the bottom of the screen, if y'all haven't already, download the Narc app. Ben has an amazing app. I'm gonna let him talk about this app real quick, with y'all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we're really excited about the app that we've been able to put together. I don't know. Does it let me share the screen? Let me see.
I can do it quick.
I think it does. Yeah, here you go. There you go. You just got it. Yeah. So we got this app that we've been putting together. So we've been working on it for a period of time. We got a bunch of people actually in the comments that are actually already over here, already on this app, but we've got a couple things on here. So for instance, like say throughout the week, you want to be able to ask a question or a question pops up and you don't want to forget it. You can actually come in here under the weekly lives and you can submit a question that'll get answered every single Monday. So it's your chance to be able to say like, hey, I want to be able to know about this. And we'll talk about it on that following Monday. Also, we do have inside the app as well, we do have a section where we actually have monthly on Zoom calls. And so these monthly group coaching calls are where we get together with people that are all across the globe and actually work. So the next one coming up here is November 7th. Yeah, November 7th at 8:15 p.m. So we actually have them the first Monday of every month. And we have different people that come on and we also record them. So if you're in the app already or a premium supporter, you can actually go in and you can watch some of the replays and get an idea of like what's been going on, what we've been working on. So we've had Lisa Sunny came on a couple months ago. We had Catherine with Stand Coaching that came on just a little bit ago. She just did a course that we put up recently called Narcissist Terminology, where she dives into about, I think it's like 18 or so like main terms, and it goes through and explains them. We've got Lisa that came up with one dealing with guilt, healthy dating after abuse by Roe, boundaries by Bree, like several different things on here. But like one of the biggest things that's essential is the community aspect, where people can actually come in and they can drop questions to get advice from all the different people that are on the app, because you never know, someone might be going through the same thing, and being able to understand like, hey, this is what's actually going on. Other people are able to, ask questions, drop in like just like updates of what's going on, introduce themselves, all different types of stuff. So check out the app. It's on narcapp.com. Lee's putting in the links really quick. Check that out. It'll be great for you to be able to join some of the community, see what all is in there and what we're all about, and join some of the lives and some of the weekly things that we do to try to help you continue moving forward with your healing, growth, and your change.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. So, yeah, I mean, the community is a huge part. There's a lot of people that like have developed friendships and like keep themselves accountable like outside the app too. It's really cool.
Yeah, you see it in the comment section. They like, "Hey, girl."
Yeah, that's awesome.
Big hey, what's going on, girl? They yeah. So I love that. I love seeing that. Honestly, yeah, that's cool. It's cool as hell. How do I stop loving him if he's a narcissist? I can't stop caring and loving him. Even try leaving, and I was miserable being away from him. He'll treat me so good till he's triggered by anything, and then he's abusive. How do I not care for him anymore so I can move on? Good one, good one, good one. That was a good question right there. So sorry, I ain't mean to
Sometimes I was gonna say sometimes the most loving thing to do is to not be with someone.
And also, in my perspective, you can love somebody from a distance. You don't have to stop loving them to leave them alone. You just have to choose to love yourself a little bit more than you love this person. Because typically in situations like this, you lose. It just sounded like you love him more than you love yourself. I tried leaving him and I was miserable. Trauma bond. You mean that's what journaling in the community is good for right there. That's exactly what journaling said. I got my journal right here beside me, y'all. Y'all see my journal? The journal, I keep the journal on deck right here. You see, this is the journal. This is a journal to help you heal right here, from fantasy to reality, and it is by Mr. Raw Motivation Ben Taylor himself. This is on Amazon. It can help you heal and be real with yourself. So I just feel like in relationship dynamics like this, tell yourself the truth, not what you think the truth is, the actual truth of the matter. Are you truly happy with this person? I feel like you're not. It's just like that's why you left. You know, but of course he's gonna if he's not ready for you to leave, of course he's going to want you back and treat you really, really good until he's triggered by something minute or something small. That just kind of shows you that if he can be triggered by something so small, he's already got one foot out the door anyway. So baby steps. That journal though.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of good responses from the journal of how it's like hitting really close to home with some of the questions.
A narcissist love is conditional. I would agree with that for the most part. There's strings attached to the love that comes from most narcissistic people, y'all.
Condition on what you give me.
Yeah, well, if you don't, I just feel like even now, I just feel like even my life now is kind of crazy. I just feel like even my social media growth and stuff like, I feel like the bigger my social media stuff has gotten, the smaller my like friendship circles. I don't go nowhere, honestly. That's why I'm so excited for Texas and Canada. If y'all haven't, because that's why I'm so excited, because I get to see people. I've been self-isolating because I don't. It's weird. I'm working on it in therapy right now, just like just the stuff like that. But yeah, conditional love is true. I mean, I need to do another video on that. But
you get to see like 200 people here in 3 days in Texas.
I'll look at the schedule. I'm like, damn, boys, be a lot. But hey, y'all may see Lee, tipsy Lee. So if y'all see me leave the room for a second, I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm just joking. It's gonna be fun, y'all. Come through and say, hey, like seriously, if y'all in Texas or Canada or whatever. Oh my goodness, Ben, do you have children? Yes.
Yes, I have one.
I have 3
1 children.
Somebody asked me earlier. Matter of fact, speaking of kids, somebody asked me earlier. What is that? There you go. So I put it in here. She said, "What made you decide not to have any more kids?" The kids. They did. They did this. let me blame deflected. No, I just like because partly because my wife's on birth control and stuff like that, and we got 3 kids, so it's just like ain't no point of being on birth control. We don't want to have any more kids because it's the last one that came out. It's kind of she's a handful, two lump handfuls. Michelle, appreciate that. If you had a question, just throw it in there. I tried to share a video to him, a Lee video to him, and he keeps my new boyfriend.
Wow.
It happens. I get accused of that all the time, which is kind of funny. People think I'm pandering just to try to sleep with women. They're like, you just on here try to get some ass, aren't you? That man, I know what he's talking about. I was like, okay, cool guy, cool. I don't know, y'all just though. I thought it said Kelly right there. It says Egypt Thompson. Are narcissists by
no.
No.
Definitely not on this side of things.
So I get that a lot though. Are some narcissistic people bisexual? Yeah, but when people say blanket statements like all narcissists are bisexual, that also means that all bisexual people are narcissists. Is it not? You know what I mean? So I just feel like no, not all of them are bisexual, y'all. There's some closeted homosexual, bisexual, trisexual. I think somebody said, I went live on Sunday. Somebody said they were trisexual. I had to look that up honestly. But yeah. You don't, and therapy is dangerous for them. They get better at it. Yeah, therapy can be dangerous for some narcissistic people. It can. I tell people, I can show y'all status on Facebook from a long time ago. Before I started therapy, I said in one of these self-aware narcissist groups, I told my wife that therapy will either heal me or make me a better narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, I'm not healed. I tell you, I'm not healed. So what am I? You know, which one am I? Why do narcissists stay in long-term relationships and then decide to blow shit up? I'm sick of trying to understand crazy. Blow shit up. I don't know. I feel like it's part of that. Just the internal self-destruct nature, and with sometimes narcissistic people have issues. And in previous relationships, I felt like the other person was going to leave me. I just don't know. I just like they're going to leave me for somebody else. And so I would leave them. I would start doing crazy shit. Like I didn't want to do the crazy shit, but yeah, I would have to be preemptive as not to get my heart broke, but while simultaneously blowing my relationship up, which would lead to my heart being broken when the other person would leave me. So yeah, it's a triple edged sword when you're dealing with a lot of narcissistic people.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Michelle Fisher, thank you so much. It's so nice. Do you have a question right here? I'll go through here looking for your name. There you go. I saw her name pop up. Hold on. Damn it, y'all. Sorry. Excited to see you in Toronto. Oh, yay. Come through. I'll join you, Lee. Oh, you see me? If you see me dip out, you know. You know, so the ABC stores is there. I'm gonna need it. Trust me, I'm gonna need it. I'm nervous. Y'all see me? Y'all meet me in person. I'm really nervous in person, y'all. I promise you.
It's funny because like we're both like opposite with like events. It's really funny.
Oh yeah. Do they get new supply when you're not obsessive over them? He told me that his new girlfriend was more affectionate. I mean,
part of that could be true. Part of that could be just triangulation too.
Yeah. Because now sometimes like with the triangulation part, they can make you compete. Like sometimes you're like, well, I can be more affectionate. Come over here and get these cheeks. And then you let them clap your cheeks and then they go back to the other person. And then y'all would be battling for this one person. It can get extremely, extremely toxic, y'all. I promise you. Love you too. Great job. Thank you so much, girl. Or person. I didn't see your name. Egypt. I feel like that's a ambiguous name. So person. Be respectful of y'all today. My ex narc discarded me in a new relationship. All moved in while stringing me along in a divorce. Can a narc become self-aware, be helpful, reform while doing all of this dirt? So I just feel like you kind of answered yourself while you were typing. While doing be self-aware while doing all this dirt. Yeah, that can be, but that doesn't mean I just feel like this is
self-awareness doesn't mean change. A lot of times people latch onto that so much. So like if I could just make them become aware, if I could make them understand, if I could get them to the place that they would feel my hurt, feel my pain. Well, what if they get to the place where they're self-aware and there's no difference? A lot of times we see that where a narcissist will be self-aware, but the question is, do they actually care to have any change? A lot of times they don't. Like even like as I was like learning more about narcissism, and as I was learning more about myself and becoming more aware, I got into therapy and then my wife left. So like there were still aspects of like the stuff that I was doing wasn't actually into a place where I was actually going the correct route, where I was actually changing my behavior. I was going through and I was doing the motions, but it wasn't always producing different results. And so there's a reason why, after, 6 months at VMDR and around like 3 months or so of like regular therapy, she left.
I don't know. Self-awareness does not mean cured. It just means self-aware. This means it's self-awareness. I just saw something come up here. I keep asking the same question. I think my husband is bi, deny. Like, if you trust your intuition on things like that, I just like, will he ever admit to that? Probably not. Like I said, do you want to investigate that to the point where, like, I just feel like your intuition is there for a reason to protect you. So be on the lookout. Be wary of that type of stuff right there. Covert narcissist. No one saw this coming. I always start overt, trying hard to go, no contact. I divorced him. Bro, I feel like in situations like this, after the divorce, so I've seen this happen before a couple times, y'all. Just like, well, people go through the divorce. I'm not saying you're going to do this, Michelle, but I'm saying I've seen this happen a couple times in the last 2 months, which is kind of crazy to me. Well, people go through the divorce process. They're like, I'm happy without him, and then y'all end up remarried or back in the sack together, clapping cheeks. Right. I'm just like, what do you really want now? You got you divorce. You said you put it. That's your last sentence, and it's a standalone sentence, so it means a lot to you. You said I divorced him. I feel like you put an emphasis on it because you put it by itself. You know what I mean? Because you could have said, no, I'm trying to go no contact, and I divorced him. But you said I divorced him. That's a statement of fact. So stand on that right there. Stand on your statement. I divorced him for a reason. List out the reasons why you divorced this person right here, and read them to yourself over and over again. You can write them down in Ben's journal. You know, and that'll help you. You can write them down repeatedly. You can write out your thoughts on here. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's on Amazon. Fantasy to Reality. You know, it'll help you out. Oh, here you go. I'm just open to a page right here. It says, what patterns do you look back on your relationships and notice now? What were they? How did they affect your view of future relationships? So look at your relationship right now. What patterns did you notice? Write that stuff down. It's easier to write it down right there, honestly, because you can remember it. You know,
it's hilarious. You pulled exactly to that page. Wow.
Yeah, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. I didn't. This is not. Look, she is not a paid actress. You know, this But seriously, that's how it happens. Though, tell yourself the truth. Like I said, these journals are what I call targeted journaling. Because you can journal, you can write down your thoughts, you can write down your free thoughts anytime you want to. But journals like this are about targeted journaling. They tell you what to write. They tell you what to focus on today. So focus on, treat your focus.
Right. We're going to be doing that a whole nother level whenever we come up with the 45-day clarity challenges. It's going to be like so targeted because you have to like report stuff and like, share stuff like each day of like what you're actually going through and what you have to like write down and kind of focus on.
The clarity challenge is going to be dope, y'all. 100 plus videos, 110 videos.
I sent you that clip today, right? Of like the little clip that he was working on. Yeah. It looks really cool.
What's up? He was DL. Hey, some of them more, y'all. They all cheat, just not physically. They cheat the law, the system, the taxes, and own their spouses. No boundaries. Yeah.
It's a good way to phrase
it. Lee about to have the ladies melting. What am I doing to make them melt? There isn't anything wrong with admitting to other people's faults and own. Well,
I don't get where we're going with that.
Yeah. Can a narcissist switch from being overt to covert or vice versa? I think so. I think Sam Wagner, I haven't watched the video, but a lot of people comment in my comment section about Sam Wagner, and they say he did a video that, he's like the expert on narcissistic personality disorder or whatnot. And he's a diagnosed narcissist as well, plus professor, psychologist, whatever, And he said you can switch between overt and covert narcissist just depending on where you are, and what you're doing, your surroundings, things like that. Kind of like a frog. A frog can be. It's an amphibian. It can swim. It can swim. And it can walk on land.
Right. I kind of think like in a slow version of that, I would see a covert going to overt later on in life because they just don't care anymore. They're just like screw it. Like I've already done everything. And then I could see like an overt going to a covert as they become slightly aware and start modifying their behavior so that they don't appear as mean and awful to people to be able to lock in supply longer.
There you go. I need a targeted journal. Okay. There you go. Right there. From Fantasy to Reality. Ben Taylor. It's on Amazon, y'all. There you go.
A journal for after the toxic relationship. Or if you're still in it. I had a couple people ask me, like, so we can't get it till we're out of the relationship? I was like, no, like, get it now and start thinking and challenging like your thoughts now.
I got some spam in the damn comment section. You keep typing the same shit over and over again. Abuse has many forms. I gotta figure this out real quick. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. This right here. That.
I had one of those on a live, and I started reading the whole thing, and I realized, it's spam like halfway through.
I saw it.
I'm dating a guy who, instead of being super fast relationship, it's super slow. He did Pierce. It comes back like nothing disappears. It comes back like nothing happened. Is this a red flag of a narcissistic person? I wouldn't necessarily say it's narcissistic or not. I would say you need to look at the other traits. I mean, we've got 9 different traits that make up NPD, and you have to have at least 5 of them to be considered diagnosed. So I would say you probably need to look at the rest of it versus that, because you could have a covert that would be like super slow. And how are they actually like treating you in other aspects? How are they following through with like boundaries? How are they following through with like respect to you? Like, how is it like matching up with like ego and entitlement and all these different types of things that make up narcissism?
So I'm getting that journal. I can't get unaddicted to him, and he won't stop punishing me. We seem to be in love with hating each other. And that's kind of, I feel like that's a neutron star right there. You just collapsed in on itself. I just feel like, what are you telling yourself? So
It's the story.
Yeah, like I said, right here, you said so the words you use actually affect your thoughts. You said I can't get unaddicted to him. Wait. Okay, there you go. I can't get unaddicted to him. So if you tell yourself you can't, you won't. Me. That's I can't get addicted from him. I can break this addiction. I can break this trauma bond, because if you say you can't do it, your brain will automatically start thinking of ways and trying to make sure that you won't do it. You mean about the time we spend together? What about the cheek clapping? What about the money? What about the investments? What if he finds somebody else better than me? What if I can't find anybody else? What if I be alone for the rest of my life? You're going to start telling yourself this type of stuff over and over and over again. It is going to keep you in this toxic cycle. So reframe your stuff, reword your stuff. It'll help you out.
Definitely sounds like you're dealing with a trauma bond. So I'd say reach out for help, because it's hard without having some guidance and like reframing that mindset so that you don't keep going back. You don't keep getting stuck. But totally 100% right. If you say I can't get unaddicted, you're right. You can't, because that's the thought process is going to keep you stuck forever.
Yeah. And he'd be on a hair trigger to switch. Yep. There you go. The switch.
There you go. She commented, I can break this addiction. Absolutely.
Oh. All right. See, it's action. Take action.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's so true, because it's the story that you're telling in your mind. I mean, that's what the trauma bond is. It's the idea of the hope, potential, the cognitive dissonance of maybe this person is going to turn out this way. Maybe this is going to happen. And you lock yourself in by a story that you're saying to yourself that you're not sure how to be able to work through. And so like getting underneath that story of what's the trigger, what's the emotions, what's the feelings, what's the story you're telling yourself, and how do we rewire that based on truth? Because the truth is the only thing that sets you free. Otherwise, you keep going back time and time and time again, because you're believing a fantasy and you're believing a lie.
There you go. Power up. Somebody said, I saw somebody, they responded, said, hide the journal if you're still in a relationship. Yes. There you go. I saw that. I was finding this. I was spam hunting. I saw this right here. It said, if you're in the toxic relationship, hide the journal. Yeah, because if they find your journal and they see you talking shit or talking, it's not talking shit. If you telling the truth to yourself, and they see it, they're going to take it as criticism. And you're going to walk in the house one day, and it's going to be like an old villain movie. They're going to have their back turned to you. You can walk in, and like, they'll spin around with the journal. It's like, page 10. Tonight he came home, and he was extra ugly, and they're going to be mad as hell at you. So be very careful. Don't let them find your journal. It's like a villain movie.
I know some people that have it like locked up, or some people that they carried around like in their backpack, and it goes with them everywhere.
I agree to disagree with what thought process. That's not what I've learned in therapy. Which thought process are you referring to? Oh, the changing your language.
What was it? I didn't see it.
It said I agree to disagree with that thought process about changing the language and then changing the words. I think that's the only thing all right, go ahead.
That has like cognitive therapy based and like a couple other things that I work through. But yeah. I don't know if she's talking about that or not. She's normally like super supportive.
I just like unless she's referring to somebody else. I don't know. I don't want to say something wild, y'all. That's what I do. I do my backpack. There you go.
Backpack, yeah.
So much true. It's page 10. I'm just telling you, they'll spin around. They fucking y'all see the old movies when you walk into the office and the villain's in the chair and just spins around. You're like, with your journal and start reading it out loud. I promise you. That's why I do my backpack. See, you gotta hide that stuff. Seriously.
Okay, yeah. She said she was replying to another comment.
So okay. That's why I thought. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, Maria. I was like, you've been good. Don't do this in the end. There you go. Power up, though. Stay strong, Maria. Just like, don't do this to us. Don't break us in the head. Can the empath be the actual narcissist and the other way around? So can a narcissist convince you? Can a narcissist convince you that they are actually the empath and you are the narcissist? Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, I don't think an empath can be a narcissist because it's kind of different ends of the spectrum. I guess I don't know. Like
That'd be so weird. It'd be like, let me like hurt and abuse you and then feel for you at the same time. I don't think it works that way.
Don't take this the wrong way, y'all. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know what an empath is. I just think it's not narcissistic. I just don't know what an empath is. You know, it's just very empathetic and stuff like that. Can you read my comment? I could have read it right there, Melissa. I could have read it right there.
Your comment has been read. There you go. You had one shot. That was it.
Just did. You're welcome. What's the journal called again? Michelle said.
I like held it up earlier. I was trying to make sure people saw it.
Her. My camera. From fantasy to reality.
Yep.
A journal for after the toxic relationship. So there you go right there. So it's on Amazon, y'all. How do you heal from a narcissist and move on? So step one is it, like I said, tell yourself the truth, y'all. Tell yourself the truth. Above, you could have put it right there. You did it again. Put it right there. Just copy and paste it. There's a lot of comments in here.
That's amazing. 3 strikes, you're out. You better have the question, your third comment, or it ain't happening. Oh, that's hilarious.
So, why do they push you away, get you to move out, but won't allow you to take your things, furniture?
Because they're still in control.
Now, so you can move out, and you still have to reach out if you want that stuff. You have to reach out to come get it, and they might not ever give it to you. So that's a way to stay involved in your life and control your time and stuff like that. Truth is hard. Sorry, y'all. Please read. Oh, I appreciate your vids have helped me. 2 weeks no contact. There you go. 2 weeks is like so. You gotta start somewhere. That's it's tough. I'm telling you, it's tough. Oh, I just got a restraining order and it's hard. I miss him. Yeah, you got a restraining order for a reason. So I tell to people about restraining orders. They're not just to keep the person away from you. They're in place to keep you away from that person. You know what I mean? That person is a danger to you, so that you're supposed to stay away from them. So it's supposed to work both ways. And I've seen people on both sides of the spectrum violate the restraining orders, and then somebody ends up going to heaven. So I'm just telling you, stop going to the back and forth stuff. I'm just telling you, it gets worse. I promise you, it actually does. You know, it really, really does. Read my paragraph. What paragraph? Okay,
it's up above at 9:16. I found it. It's at 9:16.
I can't. Like, I'm buried in the paragraph.
I can't. I don't see the last one.
My lady feels I'm a narcissist. I've came to agreement. I do show narcissistic qualities. The first 2 years I cheated. As far as sexual intercourse, I've changed so many problems that I needed to work on. I completely cut out the sexual intercourse, but I cheat as far as entertainment women when they come my way. I've done everything to stop my flaws, changed my number, deleted my social media, and somehow I still fall short. I love my lady, but because I've done, now you got 2 paragraphs down. So
yeah, that's the only one I see.
Yeah, I see. So now, like where you are now, it's tough work. Like you gotta again because that doing everything except stopping it means you're typically going to end up going and do it again. I'll just be real with you. I know you can fight it, you can fight those urges, but if you're still entertaining it, then you're going to end up slipping right back into somebody else's cheeks. So you might want to check yourself.
I find there a bit in the paragraph of being like very specific, like almost like trying to get out of the actual accountability by like it was this way and then it was this way kind of a thing. It doesn't read like actually want to have change. I mean, maybe that's just my opinion. And like the last part, I love my lady. Well, like dude, you haven't shown it at all. So like, it's kind of hard to say that you love that person when you've done that to them.
Yeah. So now you, like I said, what are you gonna do? You gotta, if you love them, you gotta stop because it's kind of counterproductive right there. She ran to Amazon, so yeah.
Right. Don't say you love them. Prove them. Prove it. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Love is a verb. Shout out, Ro. Love is a verb. Yeah, we'll have a couple more questions to hop over y'all. I gotta get these kids, and we got to get ready for Texas.
That's right.
do they actually try to come back if they leave you for new supply or they're going for good? If you let them come back, they might, yeah. And they might keep the new supply. They might keep the new supply as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Both things could be true. They might be going for good, or they might come back if you allow them to. All right, last time, y'all. One more time.
Last time.
I'm gonna just talk behind the journal for the rest of the thing, y'all.
I just like set it back here, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here.
I'll have to get a printout and I can like put it up on the wall, like a big picture of it, you know.
Yeah.
From fantasy to reality on Amazon.
Let's go Amazon, y'all. Go. We're gonna have to hop off here, y'all. Seriously, I gotta get up. I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired of shit. But thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, journal on Amazon. Austin, Texas is in a couple days. You know, and then Toronto, Canada.
Don't forget your self-love shirts. Those are out.
Oh yeah, those are out too. But I'll share that later, y'all. I just thank you, Lee, man. Appreciate you. But seriously, y'all, stay tuned for more and all this other good stuff. Thank y'all for tuning in to another live. We'll be live next week on Ben's channel. Same Narcissist time, same Narcissist place, 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. Enjoy Texas, guys. Have a great night. Oh, appreciate you, bro. Texas.
Y'all have a great night. I appreciate it.
Be safe, y'all. Thank you.